Russia has officially revealed the new Sukhoi Su-57D, a two-seat evolution of the Su-57 stealth fighter designed for next-generation network-centric warfare and loyal-wingman drone operations. In this video, we break down the Su-57D's first flight and new tandem cockpit design, how the aircraft may control S-70 Okhotnik combat drones, Russia's shift toward manned-unmanned teaming, advanced sensor fusion and electronic warfare roles, the future of sixth-generation style air combat concepts, why the Su-57D is more than just another stealth fighter. The maiden flight of Russia's new two-seat Su-57D stealth fighter has emerged as more than a technical aviation milestone because it signals a broader strategic transition toward network-centric air warfare, increasingly defined by manned-unmanned combat integration and airborne command architecture. The appearance of the Su-57D arrives at a moment when global military planners are racing towards sixth-generation concepts, causing Moscow's latest development to carry consequences extending beyond Russia's own force posture and directly into Indo-Pacific air power calculations. By presenting the aircraft as a platform capable of directing loyal-wingman drone formations, Russian industry is effectively positioning the Su-57D as a combat system node rather than merely another fifth-generation fighter entering an increasingly crowded strategic marketplace. Russia's first Deputy Prime Minister Denis Manturov described the aircraft as a development initiated by Sukhoi specialists themselves, while UAC leadership emphasized missions involving combat training, complex strike coordination, and management of mixed manned-unmanned combat groups. The first flight therefore represents a strategic experiment concerning whether Russia can leverage an existing fifth-generation architecture into a more scalable future warfare ecosystem without requiring entirely new airframe development during a period of sanctions and industrial pressure. Images released by United Aircraft Corporation reveal a significantly modified Su-57 configuration incorporating an enlarged tandem cockpit and lengthened canopy structure intended to support dual-crew operations during highly demanding mission environments. Although external modifications appear relatively modest, the altered cockpit geometry strongly suggests internal mission architecture changes aimed at supporting broader command and control functions beyond conventional fighter pilot responsibilities. Fighter jet replicas. The aircraft completed its maiden flight from the Komsomolsk-on-Amur facility on May 19, 2026 under the control of Chief Test Pilot Sergei Bogdan, with initial evaluations reportedly proceeding according to planned parameters, including a parachute-assisted landing sequence. More significantly, the decision to evolve an existing Su-57 platform into a two-seat command-oriented architecture indicates that Russian planners increasingly view future air superiority as dependent upon managing interconnected combat networks rather than relying solely on individual aircraft survivability and kinetic performance. The Su-57D's emergence may therefore represent an early indicator of a broader doctrinal shift in Russian air power strategy, where battlefield advantage is increasingly determined by the capacity to synchronize drones, sensors, electronic warfare assets, and precision strike systems across a highly contested battle space. The most strategically important aspect of the Su-57D concerns not aerodynamic changes but a doctrinal shift transforming the aircraft into an airborne coordinator for distributed combat operations across contested battle spaces. Russian planners increasingly view future aerial warfare as dependent upon cooperative systems operating simultaneously across manned and unmanned platforms rather than traditional fighter-versus-fighter engagements. The additional crew member potentially serves as a weapons systems officer responsible for electronic warfare management, sensor fusion supervision, drone coordination, and mission execution during highly saturated operational environments. This separation of workload becomes increasingly important because modern combat aircraft generate extraordinary quantities of targeting, navigation, threat warning, and electronic intelligence information requiring rapid interpretation. Single-pilot mission saturation has become a growing concern among air power analysts because future combat environments increasingly demand simultaneous management of kinetic and non-kinetic operations. Russian sources indicate the aircraft may eventually command multiple S-70 Okhotnik unmanned combat aerial vehicles operating as loyal wingman systems supporting strike and reconnaissance functions. The aircraft's tail insignia reportedly combines Su-57 and Okhotnik imagery, providing perhaps the clearest symbolic indication regarding intended operational doctrine. Such design messaging strongly suggests Moscow increasingly sees drone coordination capability as central rather than supplementary to future combat aviation planning. Rather than creating a completely new platform, Russia appears to have selected a lower-cost pathway emphasizing doctrinal adaptation and accelerated capability fielding. Available indications suggest the aircraft may represent a relatively fast adaptation of an existing early Su-57 prototype rather than a newly manufactured developmental platform. Attention has centered upon aircraft identified as T-50-5 or 055 Blue, which previously suffered damage following an engine incident during 2014 testing activities. If accurate, such a decision reveals an industrial strategy emphasizing rapid iterative modernization rather than prolonged developmental timelines. This approach becomes particularly significant because Russian aerospace industries continue operating under sanctions, wartime constraints, and technological supply chain challenges. Rapid adaptation of available airframes potentially reduces development costs while accelerating testing schedules and preserving manufacturing resources. Russian aviation bloggers close to military circles suggested the transformation moved unusually quickly by leveraging earlier design studies and existing structural foundations. The ability to repurpose previously damaged or underutilized assets into strategically relevant capabilities reflects a degree of industrial resilience often overlooked in broader geopolitical discussions. Such methods also mirror broader wartime innovation patterns where operational urgency increasingly favors incremental adaptation over entirely new development cycles. This methodology may therefore carry broader implications regarding Russia's capacity for sustaining military modernization despite external economic pressure. The geopolitical significance of the Su-57D extends beyond Russia because the aircraft immediately revives unresolved questions surrounding India's earlier fifth-generation fighter aircraft program participation. Available indications suggesting that the Russian Ministry of Defense may have already placed initial procurement orders carry significance beyond numerical fleet expansion because early acquisition decisions frequently function as institutional validation mechanisms intended to shape future doctrinal development and industrial confidence. Even relatively limited procurement numbers could generate disproportionately large strategic effects because military organizations historically employ low-volume acquisition phases as operational laboratories designed to refine tactics, concepts of operation, and combat architectures before broader force-wide implementation begins. For external defense observers and strategic competitors, the Su-57D demonstrates Moscow's determination to remain an active participant in rapidly evolving manned-unmanned teaming concepts that increasingly define the transition from fifth-generation combat doctrine towards sixth-generation warfare architecture. The platform therefore serves a dual-purpose strategic function by simultaneously addressing domestic force modernization requirements while acting as a highly visible aerospace export instrument intended to preserve Russia's long-term influence within increasingly competitive international defense markets. Potential customers across Asia, the Middle East, and Africa may increasingly assess the aircraft according to its ability to function as a networked battlespace coordinator because future procurement decisions are becoming progressively influenced by command architecture and system integration capacity rather than aerodynamic performance alone. The strategic value proposition therefore increasingly shifts from traditional metrics involving speed, maneuverability, and radar signature reduction toward broader operational questions surrounding distributed lethality, sensor fusion capability, and battlefield information dominance across contested operational environments. Critical questions involving avionics architecture, mission software maturity, data link resilience, production scalability, and real-world operational performance nevertheless remain unresolved because the aircraft has only recently entered flight testing and broader capability validation phases are still developing. For now, the Su-57D appears less consequential as an isolated stealth fighter platform and more strategically important as evidence that future air power competition increasingly revolves around which state can orchestrate interconnected combat ecosystems rather than simply fielding aircraft capable of reaching contested airspace first.
Join Intel Prime channel membership today and get access to exclusive benefits, including early access to new videos, exclusive discounts on Intel products, behind-the-scenes content, live chat with me and other members. Other options will be soon available. Thank you for your support and for helping Intel Prime grow.